All right, here we go. Looking at our first look at the playoffs for King of the Sea 17 EU. Best of 5. And we need to increase the size of our build viewer just a bit and move it on up. Like so. All right, so MOYAI in the green on trap is bringing with them a Shimakaze. That's with Yamamoto and full torpedo build with 12-kilometer torps. Ragnar in your typical gun range build for Ragnar. World spawn in a Marceau. Same kind of idea. We have Source in a Kleber. That's all decked out for just run and gun. Philippus in the Stalingrad saying, haha, you didn't ban all the radar ships. I'll just take my Stalingrad and reload. We got Furnace Bakery in a reload Salem with radar. Demo 23 in a Cerberus. Kind of doing Cerberus things. We have Peterborough in the Ohio with your typical survivability build with Brisk. And then finally Emity in a Schlieffen with basically all secondaries, but also protect torpedoes. Unfortunately, he rolled a 525 on his port side front torpedoes. What's Rain doing pudding? All right, 1 second, if you don't mind. Hold on. Okay, try saying something now.
Well, Lucar is
Okay.
going to Apple Pie in his Marceau with reload by himself. The Daring by 337 is reversing into Bacon. Ohio by Dastard. Stalingrad by 4 Amazing. Looks like they're gonna kind of... Well, Stalingrad is parking behind Bacon. Burgon. Looks like both battleships are going up to Donuts. We may be having a drag race between This Is Sheep, Gangabang, Mr. 96, and John the Ruthless spelled Colbert wrong. All clubbers going to chocolate.
Yep.
Let's see, the sheep is ledge mod, so he's kind of leaning towards the enemy, and everyone else is reload to, well, we're going to just yeet, well, whatever we see, because we don't really care.
Watch this. This is going to be wild. Absolutely wild. Some early radar out now to catch nothing in the middle. Shimakaze detected. And Rain just opens up. Sheep detected, though. And fortunately for Rosa, he's able to duck behind this island and avoid getting wrecked.
Well, more importantly, they made him turn out from chocolate. I think there was somebody who forgot to click the fire button and didn't kill the shimmy, but damage has been done to that poor Shimakaze.
It has. Now, to Shimakaze, it lives his life by not being detected. And he does have Adrenaline Rush, so that actually pumps up his ability to fire off torpedoes. My bigger concern is Emity Schlieffen. Because your secondaries aren't going to save you from all these Klebers, especially because they are wisely staying outside of secondary range.
What? You mean they know it's 12.5 kilometer secondary fully built?
Right. So now
Where's
Rosa...
coming to?
Rosa now trying to smoke his friend. Emity's on just the one fire right now. He does DCP immediately. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Maybe a little bit of panic settling in here. I think he'd be far better suited to wait until he goes dark and then DCP. Because if he gets set on fire right...
Oof.
See, there's your problem. Right there.
Yeah.
He set on fire. If you would have waited... Of course, he might have been dead at that point, but... And then he turned this direction.
There's the other thing. Like Rain's gonna let you go dark?
No. You see Artorias going all the way to the edge saying, okay, you can smoke here. I don't care. I'll still see you. And that's a dead Schlieffen.
It's about time the Burgon finally capped Donut. Like, that took a little long.
Malamu's like, you know what? I'll just go over here. You guys go have your fun. I'll be in the car.
Well, If he's not driving, you can't touch the radio. Sorry, those are the rules. I don't make them up. I just think I'm gonna write them down.
See, the way I always say is, if I'm driving, I should have command over the radio, like you said. But I'm not the one who's supposed to be touching the radio. That's my passenger, because they're not driving.
Right, we're gonna go with that theory of the wrong music.
Well, that also goes with climate control, right? Like, you know.
It's all about the driver. Just ask any NASCAR or Formula One driver.
Oh,
They don't
yes.
let the pit crew touch the radio.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Well, Gangbarang might run into some torpedoes. Probably not. Maybe? Nah.
Nah.
Nah, he just lazily moves forward.
Well, the poor Stalingrad is being bullied.
I mean... Yeah. Yeah. This game
Well, with all
is...
that excitement, nothing is going on at Apple still. Lucar's basically running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a Ledgemont Jimmy too.
Yes, it is. All the torpedo spam. And I don't think he's hit one yet.
It's all right. He's got like 47 million more.
What's interesting, though, is Arturius in the Kleber is actually reversing in just to keep things spotted. And that forces Rosa to, like, play cautious around him. It does give Rosa a little bit of room to play. And Furina's Bakery says, I want to die now. He actually used his defensive anti-air earlier, apparently. That's cool.
Ooh, Stalingrad should be able to survive this single fire on him, but he's out for a while.
Yeah, Philippus just limping away. Got heal in 7. No, he's healing now, I think. Yeah, he's healing now. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
he had to heal through the fire.
Right, so now he's got to wait like over a minute to figure it out, so.
Ooh, we have Ohio on Ohio action with the Daring trying to get involved with single fire torps.
Now, all this going on, MOYAI does grab the A cap. So there is cap parity, but I tell ya, this is looking very strong for Rain right now.
MOYAI needs to get a pick.
Absolutely, they do. The Klebers have done a really nice job of rotating hit point pools. Look at that. 3 of them are at about half.
The Daring missed single fire torps.
And that was huge. Absolutely huge. Pile shot on Dastard does some things, but not enough. And Pisha isn't long for this world. That is for sure.
Oh, I think MOYAI may eventually get the kill on Dastard, but I think it's going to be a little too late for that.
If they get the kill on Dastard, it'll be at the end of the game. You know, by the time they get the kill, the game will be pretty much all but over anyway.
Oh, you mean like right now?
Yeah.
With 3 minutes to go? I mean, they are desperately trying to get the kill on him. Like, they are in control of B. But, like, Stalingrad is now coming back in, and, like, he definitely had to have burned through, like, 2 heals. Like,
Yeah.
he's only got 1 left, so, like,
Well,
he's definitely burned through his heals. But, you know, falling back, healing up, takes you out of the fight.
Yeah, the bigger thing is he needs to come back. He knows he needs to come back because his guns are out of the fight, he's out of the fight, and they're losing. So... Dastard actually manages to go dark in this smoke. French
Still
radar
shooting at
continues
him.
as they try to find him. And now they give up. Now they shoot for amazing Stalingrad, who's pretty darn healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, The poor
Uh-oh.
problem with Stalingrad is you really can't hide. And, you get that perma fired. It's not well. Well,
Yep.
Ragnarstad.
2007 Megan Fox does go down there pretty quick. Because Marceau and Double Kleber. Almost makes you wonder if MOYAI is looking back and saying, geez, why didn't we ban Kleber?
Because then they'd have to burn Marcel too.
I guess so.
Well,
Bastard
might
is at...
not be long for this life.
Yeah, DCP... Nope. Cool. Well, it is no longer an official Wargaming blowout. So there you go. Amazing has some Shimakaze torpedoes coming his way. Gonna take the one here. If that forces a DCP, it does. Will it be active when these next torpedoes hit? It just went down.
Active.
And
no.
that is going to be a sticky flood and a dead Stalingrad.
Well, he's also got that permafire he's dealing with, but they're going to trade Salem for Stalingrad.
They probably will. Fiorina's does go down there. Yep. And take a look at this now. The Klebers are like, all right, it's time to end the Shimakaze. And they're just hitting W towards their radio location.
Well, I mean, the Shimmy was kind enough to say, hey, instead of being in this general grid square, I'm right here, guys. Here's my smoke.
Well, yeah. Forced to make Inky because, well, flew too close to the sun. Here comes Arturius. And that will probably be the final kill of the game.
Are you sure he flew too close to the sun, or did the sun just say, hey, I'm coming to you?
Probably that.
Oh.
And
29 seconds.
29 seconds to go.
Could you imagine if Brain didn't bring the one destroyer and not the ones that are cruisers with the destroyer symbol?
Well, you know, we saw them last weekend. Very aggressive, which is uncharacteristic for Rain. So,
well,
cool to see.
I would say yes and no for uncharacteristic. I think with this lineup that they've done, like, because like you said, we did see it last week. The game plan is W, like, and I mean it makes sense. That's like what it's for. Like, you know, Burgon's a fairly quick ship. You know, primarily an HE slinger until you see something broadside. You know, Ohio's fairly quick but highly survivable, right? So like you can just, the whole strategy is just, we're just gonna go and dominate where we go.
Right. I'm running a commercial break in between right now. Teams have a minimum of 5 minutes, and if it's anything like over on the NA, it's going to be fast. They're going to go quick. So it's going to be difficult to try to time out commercial breaks, but we will figure this stuff out.
Oh my God, our first game was a Team Bravo win too.
That's right. All right, both teams are down one player. Most likely as a way to ensure that they don't launch. Or perhaps they're changing builds or something. We'll see. There's Rain's ninth. All right. Some odd reason I've been sneezing a lot lately. Good times.
Oh, So have I.
Yeah.
Horrible. Well, I mean,
All
Rain's
right.
ready to go.
Yeah. See, that's why I started the commercial break as soon as I could. Okay, so checking on a couple of things as we go in between. That game was pretty wild to watch, though, that's for sure. When we see players at this level playing like newbies, is this because they're cracking under the pressure because Unicum looks like newbie when confronted with Super Unicum? It's the latter, Cthulhu, and I mean both of these teams are full of Super Unicum players. It comes down to when you have one team of Super Unicums that's able to put together a strategy that negates what the other team of Super Unicums is trying to do, that's when things look like everything just falls apart. So that's what you saw there in that last game. Like on the Schlieffen, for example. You know, he came out, he got himself shot at quite a bit, tried to go dark, he tried to get smoke and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, they weren't in the right position to make that smoke happen. So he went down. That's just how it goes. Speaking of going, as I expected.
Well, I was going to say that last game was, I look at it as a failure to scout your team and a failure to recognize what they were going to do. Because I believe they did that exact thing last week.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw last week. Well, let's see what happens in the next game. It's about to start.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So we are looking... Oops. I need to... There. Okay. So we are looking at Rain versus MOYAI. Rain up a game in this best of 3. This is the second game we've got for Rain. Pretty much, hey, look, it worked last time. Let's do the same thing. We've got Kleber and Kleber and Kleber. And Taro this time in a Daring. Lucar in a Marceau. Formazing is in a Salem. Now, this is an interesting Salem. He's got Radar. He's got Heal. It's a Super Heal. And in slot 5, he's chosen the Consumables module. So that extends the duration of his Radar and Heal by, I think it's 10%. So you can heal more. That's kind of neat. Dastard's in the Schlieffen, secondary build. Got to do the torpedo check. 466 hit points. I think that's the worst roll I've seen, considering he's got main armaments modification 1 in slot 1. And there's Malamute with a unique upgrade, Colombo. All right, Puddin, tell us about MOYAI to the south.
Well, to the south, we have Club Marcel Ragnar heading to Apples with a Salem Poison in tow. Golden's probably going to park behind B somewhere. Nothing special about the DD builds. Typical builds that we've come to see and love. Salem is Radar with reload. I kind of disagree with Salem's with the radar.
Yep.
We have a Poison built as a typical battleship. Nothing in the secondaries, but a flag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. I hope everybody's sitting down for a Ledgemont Golden Loot. Nobody saw that one coming.
Shocker.
We have a Schlieffen. His lowest roll for torpedoes is 830 something. And then we have a Ven. With reload, I don't disagree. And his torp tubes are kind of just fine.
You know,
and we forgot about the last Marceau that is off over by Chocolate. Figured he's just going to do some spotting for the Ven.
both teams going heavy A-B side, and MOYAI a little bit more even in their deployment. That might cause some problems if Rain is able to just rush right through MOYAI like last game. We'll have to see. But Rosa trades out the Shimakaze for the Marceau. And so these two are just going to play games over at C. Speaking of games, there's a game afoot at A.
I wouldn't call this a game. This is more like a slip and slide, and poor Source is at the end, so he's going to have a lot of bruises because somebody put it too close to the sidewalk.
And World Spawn, get down, Mr. Presenting. Sources, Kleber. Very good teamwork there. Totally planned.
I don't know why Source fired that last salvo, because he's going to be spotted a little bit longer because of that, and he doesn't have the HP to be surviving.
I mean, he was
20
about
more
to
hits.
be. He was about to be dark, and not only that, but he also turned out in front of this island. But I suppose he's expecting the Klebers to keep working their way around the side. That ain't happening.
No, and
Now the sheep is in trouble.
Now it's his turn to feel the pain.
Trying to stay dark, but radar exists for a slight amount of time at least, because it's Salem
And
radar.
he's on fire though too.
Yeah, but he does go far enough away to, even if he's on fire, he's not detected. He does continue to burn, though, as shells continue to come in. Obviously, they want this kill. They're not going to get it. And Megan Fox, sorry, that was his radar. Now the focus target for Rain. They want to get some punishment.
I was gonna say there was no way that was Salem radar. They're like these CDs are like just like they're going blow for blow like they're in a Rocky movie.
They really are. Now, Megan Fox does have the heal, so he'll survive.
Okay, so Megan Fox is in Jonah Hex movie. Everyone else is in Rocky.
Now look at Picha in the Preußen. I kind of feel like this was a really bad idea, but he's doing it and just got smashed by Malamu. He's showing an awful lot of side.
This is not a bad idea. This is what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like this, I'm speechless. Somebody in chat come up with something because I'm speechless over this maneuver.
So the thing is, he gets there, he loses 2/3 of his hit point pool. Now some of that'll heal back up over time. The key is over time. And the only thing that's preventing him from being rushed by Antaro's daring is Farina's Bakery's Howden Lu. Only thing. Once the Howden Lu is gone, that's going to be a dead Preußen.
Well, they're trying to kill the Golden Lu, and Golden Lu is trying to oblige them.
Howden Lu, for some odd reason, decides to pop out in front of, well, Dastard Schlieffen, Formacing Salem, and Taro's Daring. I mean, remember, Howden Lu burns longer because it's considered a large cruiser. So, happy burning!
With all of that going on, stuff is happening at Chocolate. What? I don't know.
MOYAI is taking the cap because they've got the ship advantage over there.
But, I mean, like, they're taking so long to move on with their lives while their Golden Lu dies.
That's the problem, is this map makes it very difficult to rotate from one side to the next. And Farina's Bakery is baking something in that ship hull.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you heard it from me before. You're gonna see Antaro probably YOLO charge with his single fire torps in a little bit. He just has to get in position to do so.
Or he could wait for the poison to keep reversing and then just get heated by everybody shooting him.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. But that's the result of he pushes up, but everybody else fights away. And you can almost get the feeling like this Kleber doesn't know what to do. He stopped in reversing because he can't afford to lose more HP. Ragnar turning around saying, "Fine, I'll go back into the maelstrom." World Spawn right now, trying to find a way to survive, opens up on the Colombo of all things. I think what he's trying to do here is basically what we call spotting by being shot at. He wants to see if John the Ruthless, Arturius, and the sheep will take the bait and shoot back at him. They aren't. So because of that, there's no additional information for World Spawn. His radio location is pointing directly at the Colombo. There's Arturius.
I mean, there's no reason for John and Sheep to open up. You have the caps, you have the lead. You're fairly even-esque on HP. As far as DDs go, like, there's plenty of MOYAI's DDs hurt and plenty of you that are hurt, so...
Yep.
Open up, like, you're going to open up on a trade. Like, if Source opens up, you can see everybody's going to open up and probably take that trade. You know, Colombo can always pop the smoke that comes out of the espresso machine on the Colombo.
That's right. Very strong smoke.
Yeah, so he'll be okay.
Well, Amadeus Schlieffen is going into the B cap. This will be fun.
Fun for who?
Yes. Gangbang already in position to do something about it. Here comes Formazing Salem getting in on this too.
Like the mistake that I see MOYAI is doing, they're sending one ship at a time.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
The Gold New went by itself when he really shouldn't have. Like, it should have, he should have sat still and waited and been like, well, I hope the poison gets to safety. But instead he went forward and cost him his life. Full House Schlieffen said, me next?
Yeah, I mean, he traded all that hit points. What did he get for it? A little bit of chip damage on Gang, maybe a little bit of something on Formazing Salem, but yeah, not much at all.
Well, I mean, he got a fire so he can cook the garlic bread for his pasta.
Love garlic bread. All right, looking on the other side, World Spawn saying, to hell with this, I'm going to go and yeet the Colombo. But first, a beach. Oh, see, this is why, unless this was on purpose, this is why I like having the underwater mod. I could see that he was going to beach. Right here. Anyway, now he's going to go for it. Malamu ready for this. Or not?
There's no way World can go forward. He knows the Colombo's waiting.
Well, sure, but he also knows his team is dying. Like, there goes the Salem, so...
Right, but he's got to save a star.
Oh, got it. Well, Arturius goes down, the Venezia kills him.
Well, there goes the unofficial blowout.
Maybe he's counting torpedoes and waiting for all the torpedoes to finish. There you go. Kill that spotter plane. You have now won the game.
I mean, sadly, World probably needed to wait till he goes dark, but, like...
He can't. The Colombo's proxy spotting him. Now he's going
for it. He went dark for a brief minute, but, like, you know the Colombo's waiting for this. Like, I think everybody's waiting for this.
Yep. Well, he does get the kill on the Colombo.
Well,
Taro does kill the Marceau.
World Spawn's
Dastard.
definitely a big fan of Zombieland. Did a double tap to make sure he was dead.
And we see a dead Poison from Dastard. John the Ruthless goes down to World Spawn's Marceau. Add insult to injury, and oof, Dastard getting smacked in the face a bit there by M&D Schlieffen. It's too bad M&D dumped his torpedoes earlier. He could have certainly used them right now.
Yeah, but I don't think, like,
And
there's no way
he
that, like,
finds a beach.
that's just not going to fall for a torpedo like that.
Oh, well, at the point where he was at, he definitely would have taken one or two. But M&D fired them early, and, I mean, Dastard just dodged him by turning to get his torpedoes off on the Preußen. So,
They've got to get this kill on the Schlieffen.
not gonna happen. Who can shoot him right now?
The guy on the island?
I mean, Dastard's just gonna walk away. He'll be fine, you know? That's it. He's got to heal in 30 seconds. The only person that could really shoot him is the Venezia, Demo, but he's got to go through a Salem to get there first. So, at least his submarine surveillance consumable is ready to go.
You've got a torp. You have to pray your torps kill this Salem.
Yep. You got to find a way to get on his side. You got to torp him. And then you got to, like, not die to Dastard's secondaries while you're doing it. Good
Or
luck.
his primaries. Or everyone else's primaries.
Everybody else's primaries. And, well,
No, that's pretty much it. There's no way for them to get back in this.
nope. World Spawn at 573 hit points. Only 3 destroyers remain for Team Rain, or for Team MOYAI, and that's it.
See, I still think a Hydro Salem.
Absolutely. But a Hydrosalem in there wouldn't have helped either way. Just, you know, too much fire.
Although I'm just saying in general, like even for rain. Just, but I mean, these guys are in here playing, and we're just sitting here telling you what they're doing. As Ragnar managed to get a kill, keeping the dream alive.
Yep. Megan Fox forces a time extension.
Sure. I mean, way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And World Spawn's gonna go, I'll see your time extension and raise you a time extension.
Yeah.
As he drops good luck charges.
Good luck charges are very important.
Well, they were good luck for amazing.
Now, for those who don't know, the general reason why we see destroyers dropping depth charges when they're being shot at is that they're hoping the splashes throw off the aim of the person shooting them.
That's the person see the splashes. I keep forgetting to
Yes.
look at that.
Yes, they can see the splashes.
You know, that might work at range, but at close range, with like no HP, yeah, no.
Yep.
Well, Megan Fox is going, I can take out a near full halt Salem with an unbelievable super heal.
Yeah, and Formazing, of course, is a bit of a cruiser prodigy. We've seen him in so many COTS past and other tournaments, so...
Right, but Formazing's going,
yeah,
there's
he
5
doesn't care.
seconds left. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. And that'll do it. I don't think there's any... Oh, nope. I do have one ship that is thinking here that I can get my death pick for. Yay. Rain up 2-0 over MOYAI. Next game might decide the series. Let's do the best of 5. We'll get into commercial break.
Oh. MOYAI did make some adjustments, unfortunately for them. Rain has been running this, what we have affectionately on the NA have called the Gaisu strat, because that's what we see in clan battles from Gaisu's clan. They
So
just run it so much that they're like they know the intricacies in and out, and they kept all their DDs relatively close to each other while MOYAI just they scattered. You know, that's the power of the strategy. You've got to keep them all relatively close to each other.
so this is interesting. I'm gonna run a commercial break now.
Okay,
MOYAI has
okay.
asked for a 5-minute extension. Can they even do that?
I don't know, but so help me God, if we get a raft, it's going to be a 4-hour extension.
Extension can't be searched. Each team can only ask once for an extension, apparently.
Alrighty, so
Okay.
what do we have in between games on top of this 5-minute extension? Or
Oh,
are we
right
getting
here.
5 minutes?
In
We
a
getting five
best
minutes?
of In a best of 5 series, each team can request an additional 5-minute break once. Team representatives must request them before 2 minutes of the timer have passed. They must be requested in the designated Discord thread of the match. So that's what just happened here. So y'all, we have essentially a 10-minute break before
Good.
our potential third and final game.
I'm getting coffee and peeing.
I was gonna do the same. So,
You
chat,
guys enjoy
this
the
is your
moment of silence?
this is your opportunity as well. Self-care important. Go do. Wow, Brutus. Go do your self-care stuff. Okay. See you in a minute. All right. We are back, and Squizzy Mate went for the fireworks. Hope you enjoyed the show in the background, Squizzy. Matter of fact, I'll do it again, but I'll drop the room lights too. More fun when all the lights go dark. Now I have the results so far up. Them has gone 2-0 over Unwat, so I'm sure we might see a 3-0 there, I should say. TWA and Pumbaa looks like they're still in progress of game 2. And we know Rain is up 2 over MOYAI right now. So it's looking like it's going to be Rain versus them. And TWA versus AAO is what we'll probably be bringing you guys in our next scheduled match for today, which is supposed to start in about an hour from now. Keep in mind, there will probably be a decent-sized break between matches. So, oh my goodness. Rain is also asking for 5 minutes. At this point, are they just being funny? I don't know. We'll find out. Meantime, I can get a little tweet action going here. Let's get the room lights back up. All right. And would you look at that? I am now eligible to claim my COTS drop. Woohoo! I can close this tab of my own stream. Hey, I'm excited. Found another to do. Congratulations on winning the coal container. All right, fireworks, fireworks. Squizzy mate gambled and lost all their points. Jeez. So did Brutus. Just catching up on chat, you guys. Thank you all for being here. You're enjoying the show, Blaine? Perfect. All right, cool. And Blaine subscribed using Prime. Thank you, Blaine, for doing that earlier. Appreciate you. Gaiden Koyaroslav, thanks for the follow. And Big Friggin' B as well. Taran61 and Luland with the follows earlier as well. We've got a bunch of people that followed before the stream started even too. I get the feeling people are excited to check these out. Ship bans do stick throughout the matches, and I'll call out some people that are hanging out. Go ahead, what?
Well, no, I was just expelling some gas.
Okay, Jesus, okay. They ask for a 5-minute delay, the other team asks for a 5-minute extension. They're denied the 5-minute extension, and then we just go. I am hella confused, but okay.
Wow.
Let's see. I need to do regular. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hotspot, where we will see Rain versus MOYAI potentially for the third and final time in this series. So let's take a look at the lineups. Rain bringing a Ragnar, that's in Taro, with the India camo. That looks fun. And Gangbring in a Marceau. The Sheep in a unique upgrade Kleber. John the Ruthless in a Marsili. With Arturius also in a Marsili. Both of them choosing to run Abanu for commander for the buffed survivability expert for Amazing in the Stalingrad. We've seen him do that before. Lucar in a third Marsili. Lucar choosing not to bring any special captain. He's just going to bring a regular French guy and say, I can do it without any bonuses. Those are crutches. Malamu bringing a unique upgrade Colombo, and Dastard in a Bungo. The Battleship player's wet dream is the Bungo with the black camo. Sexy. What do we got to the south, Puddin'?
Well, to the south, we got World Spawn and a Legmod Club going, I need crutches and special captain for AR. Let's see. We got a unique mod Venezia, a Marsili, a St. Vincent, another Marsili. Looks like they are heading over to Bacon. Let's see. Bakery in the Venezia doesn't need a special captain. Cincinnati. Everyone else got a special captain, I believe. Then we got a Conqueror, a special captain, typical battleship build, but says, yes, all my flags. Salem, not running Halsey. Megan Fox going, I don't even need a flag in the last spot.
Mm-hmm.
Reload Ven and a unique mod shimmy at Donuts.
Yep. No special captain on Demos Venezia either. Again, Cincinnati would help a little bit with the, I believe it's the turret traverse for cruisers. Anyway,
I can't remember
you're,
what the
man,
shimmy unique captain is. I don't think it's Yamamoto.
that is Yamamoto with the
Oh,
buff
it is.
with the buff preventative maintenance. That is Yamamoto. The other unique captain or buffed one is the Suzuki with a buffed survivability expert. My guess is Demos Cincinnati is spec'd for Napoli. That would make sense to me. So
Right, his press account Napoli captain.
yeah. Yeah. So if you've got a build for Napoli with Pack-a-Punch and all that, and you've only got 5 minutes between game,
I guess that makes sense.
you know, you might not
Yeah.
have enough time to go back and change things. That being said, they did request a 5-minute extension, so I don't know. I build captains pretty quick. So I don't know. Maybe they were talking through the lineup, and of course it takes a while to talk through lineups and stuff. This is do or die for MOYAI, so they probably were saying, okay, what can we do different? What can we do to try to find a way back into this the series? We'll see if that that time paid off or not.
Well, it's interesting. This is the first game today we've seen Rain not go French DDs, yes.
Right. Instead, they went French cruisers. Yes. So, you know. But World Spawn grabs the C cap, and then Intaro is going to back into it. That does slow down World Spawn for getting into the A cap. And Gangbang is about to come around, possibly spot World Spawn possibly spot Gang. And, well, World Spawn has friends, Gang does not.
Well, more importantly, World is unique and, well, the Marcel's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, detectability advantage goes to World Spawn, I do believe.
Definitely. Definitely. Now, if I hold Alt, I can see concealment for Marceau Gang is 7 kilometer. Concealment for World Spawn with unique upgrade is 6.2. I'm looking at the wrong column. So he does have a 800 meter spotting advantage, and you can see World Spawn doing just that right now, trying to get in a position to slowly bump. See how he's going kind of fast, kind of slow? He's changing his throttle a bit. He doesn't want to bump Gangbang too quickly if Gangbang is reversing. What he doesn't know is he absolutely needs to bump him as quickly as possible. Remember, we have the all-seeing eye. We can see both teams. Obviously, the enemy teams cannot see their opponents until they're actually spotted. Look at these torps.
Right. But, like, these guys have to know that the Colombo was spotted, the Marsili was spotted, like, the double Marsili. They have to know there was a DD at Donuts. So, like, they have to be able to count that, like, okay, this is not their strong side, right? Because the Ragnar took C, which means definitely somebody else. You know, another DD somewhere is the oh my god, a poor Conqueror.
Look at how aggressive Malamoo's Colombo and Lucar's Marsili are. They are just advancing. And Emedy is trying to get back, but, you know, Colombo doesn't really care about Conqueror's 32 millimeter armor, right? With his sap shells, he doesn't care about that at all.
No.
Well, Emedy's got to find a way to survive for another 60 seconds. John the
He's
Ruthless.
got a button for that.
He already used it. That's why I said he's got to survive for another 60 seconds before he can use the next button. There's another sap salvo from Malamoo's Colombo. You can see it just chewing up that 32 millimeter armor.
Well, he just decided to shoot Lucar, which means, no.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be spotted anyway. He's probably already thrown in the tile. John the Ruthless got quite low in the Marsili early. Worth noting, he stopped, backed up, and allowed Arturius to take over in front of him. That's what you have to be able to do at the high end, the ultra high end play for King of the Sea. You have to be able to rotate hit point pools. Rain has done that in 2 of the 3 games so far today.
Well, I dare say they're 3 for 3 with that. That just happened with the Marsilis. Oh my god,
MED,
5 seconds.
Let's count it down. He's going to get it off. The question is, will Malamu's Sap Salvo end him right here? He's not in position to shoot. So MED's going to limp away here for a little while longer. His DCP is going to become available. The thing is, okay, he just got on 2 fires. He has to use it. Here comes Malamu's Sap, and you can see that just negated like 5,000 of the hit points that MED just healed up. And now he's got to wait another minute. Yeah, that ain't happening.
I mean, the other thing at the end of the day, like, he's got a lot of damage saturation going on now too.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like the killer for Sap. Sap's not going to be doing as much as it did before.
Absolutely. Malamu now saying, I'm going to go and fight against the St. Vincent. I've done my job against the Conqueror. Might be a little premature, but we'll see what happens. As MED does manage to go dark, he will survive and get another super heal off. Wow.
Well, what I love is the Salem is like surrounded.
He's just, this is my rock. I will die on this rock. He's holding Lucar back, but at the same time, eventually, now Intaro and Malamu's Columbo might have some shots on him. At least I see Intaro taking the shots.
Ooh, 4 amazing, 8 of Funny Torp. He's going in for the ram.
Gotta use that final Russian torpedo. He ate this. Oh, just missed the second torpedo. If he would have hit that second torpedo, that would have been it for 4 amazing. But Picha misses it.
That's a bad trade.
How do you miss a torpedo on a stone grand that close? Oh well. It does kind of squiggle out, I guess, so maybe there's that. But that is absolutely a very bad trade for MOYAI.
Well, the club is going to try to get chocolate with Malamu there. No, that would be a no for me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's dropping torps.
Let's see what happens over here. I was watching the torpedoes up on the D line, or 10 line, as John the Ruthless does take another torpedo. DCP is available, so he must not be flooding, or he's waiting for the second rack. But you see Arturius backed off. He was quite low, so very smart work by Rain rotating their player base, and World Spawn's Kleber Torps connect. Wow, that's a huge play. Malamu goes down, and for the first time today, MOYAI is in the lead points-wise and ship-wise.
Well, you say that as Salem dies.
As Megan Fox is like, hold my beer.
Wait, he's playing today?
Megan Fox, yeah.
No, hold my beer.
Oh, ha. A radar by Intaro, spotting World Spawn. That's going to force World Spawn forward into these torpedoes from Gangbarang. No. Nope. I think the radar actually saved World Spawn. Right?
Yeah, because it pushed him away.
Yeah, it forced him to go forward. Farther than he would have, at least. Alright, well, still, Rain has to just out-attrition the opponents. Remember, World Spawn is using unique upgrade Kleber. We're talking about... And he's also got Swift and Silence. So he gets a double penalty, essentially, to his reload. So his reload is like 11 seconds between his gun salvos. 11 seconds.
World Spawn says I'm going to play a true cruiser role.
I guess so. As Intaro gets smacked around a bit, I'll tell you what, they are looking rather unhealthy in this game.
Well, I wonder if... I don't know why I want to see Funnel Bakery, but that's probably wrong. But I wonder if Bakery's just going to go right at Dastard.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like for MOYAI, that would be a good trade.
Yeah, but I feel like if you look at Lucar is sensing this in the Marsilli, and he's moving back to prevent that from happening. I think if Fiorina's was behind the island instead of in front of it, this would be a very different situation. But he's not. He does have a
He's
smoke
also
available.
he is spotted, and
Yes.
I do believe he'd use the emergency brake system of beaching.
Well, you know why he's spotted, right? His concealment is 13.7. Oof. John the Ruthless taking a torpedo going down. Huge kill for MOYAI. They're going to win in a minute. But Demo says, hold my beer. Anyway, the reason why the Venezia got spotted is because he's unique upgrade. So he lost his concealment module in favor of quicker recharge on smokes and an additional charge of smoke. Demo is going to just sit in this smoke and wait it out. He's got one more smoke available. I'm sure he's just going to use it so that he doesn't get spotted and possibly wrecked.
Well, I mean, either uses it and rushes the bungo, or like you say, uses it and not get wrecked.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the smart play, right? Gangbang gets into C. That's going to slow down the point gain for MOYAI. So now there's a minute. That's a bit of a time extension for them. Will it matter? Marsilli's aren't moving forward. They know that Dastard's guns are there. Fiorina's Bakery has the opportunity to YOLO charge Dastard. You were just talking about that. But it looks like he doesn't... Yeah, no, but it looks like he doesn't want to take that. And this is a really bad decision. Really bad decision. Why do you do that? You're coming out of your smoke. You know that Dastard is looking at you. And then you let him one-shot you, and just like that, look how close the scores are now. All it takes is one really dumb play, and that completely throws things off.
They have it by one tick, maybe?
They have it by one tick, yeah. Yep. So, what that Venezia should have done, instead of playing cautious like this, you should have just gone for it. If you went for it and faced Dastard with his bow into him, and he just ram. That's all you gotta do. Ram. Now, look at this. World Spawn going on to C-Cap. He knows he needs a little bit more time. So he does. He goes on to the C-Cap. But 30 seconds left as Philippus is burning his heel. His DCP is out for another 37 seconds. 20 seconds to go. Now, Mr. Numbers is going to have to move forward in the Marsilli. But he can't move too far back. Philippus can't move too far back because Dastard is trying to get around. We got 11 seconds to go, guys. 11 seconds. I don't see a way for Rain to get a kill here.
Somebody needs to detonate. Like,
and there it is.
That would have been it.
That would have been it. Do we still have our sinking Venezia anywhere? No. Alright, well, whatever. Going to a game 4, everybody. MOYAI takes a game off of Rain. I knew they could do it.
Oh, geez, I wonder what happened in the other game. Must have been a 3-0.
Yeah, everybody's looking for 3-0s. for game 4s. Everybody's looking for game 4s.
We found it right away without looking.
Yeah, because, you know, I got them skills. I don't know.
I mean, the first time Brain just doesn't come out with clubs, and it turns into a real battle.
I mean, if I'm Rain and I'm up, you know, 2 games and going into game 3, why not say, hey, let's try something. Let's practice a little bit here and see what's going on. Let's go to the tournament screen here.
Like,
it's gonna take a little bit for everybody to get set up.
A really close game, and like you say, they really don't have anything to lose. Like, it's still technically their series to lose. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you know, why not try something different? I mean, so far John has failed to spell Colbert correctly today.
I know, right? It's interesting to see him playing in a non-Colbert. I was hanging out on his stream, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, I think it might be time to retire after this King of the Sea." And it's like, "No, John, don't." But you know,
I mean, can you really blame him? Like, you know, he's done so many of these. Like, what does he have left to show or prove to anybody?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like at this point, I would just, if I was him, I would be doing it to maintain some, you know, the high skill set or what she already has. But it would just be, yeah, because I still enjoy doing the tournament.
Right.
Well, see, we're not trading sides.
Oh, I see. I see. I hit the game start button instead of the clip it button. Oops. Did it just happen? Not yet. Okay.
But I mean, I think
All right.
Rain did an excellent job of showcasing how you Marsili, like one guy takes damage, he falls back, lets the other guy take, like, you know, like they were technically the only things to shoot over there, but you could see it almost took all game to kill them both.
Yeah, well, and that's the power of rotating HP pools and making sure that, you know, you can't be focused down. And it came down to, literally, that flank came down to, you've got the Marsilis on one side constantly pushing, and you've got the Shimakaze on their side just luck-chucking torps. I mean, I talk a lot in my replays about don't play what the enemy wants you to play. And with all due respect to Rain, they played what the Shimakaze wanted right there, right? They literally just said, hey, keep fishing, eventually you'll hit me. So, fine with me. We got ourselves another game because of it. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean, the stream's right at the Venezia. Like like if you're gonna kite, you don't do a broadside.
I get the feeling like he said, I want to go in. And I get a feeling he was waved off originally by the caller. And then he convinced them to let him go. And then that very moment he turned. I mean, we've done that in clan battles, you and I both, right? Like, we know we can do something. We ask the caller for permission, and the time it takes to get that permission to go, something else changes, and you go and do it, and the caller's like, see, I told you. And you're like, if you would have just let me do what I wanted to do, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, would we?
Yeah, but see, that's one of those when he goes, okay, fine, be like, it's too late. My smoke's over. I have to kite. Like, you should also have the sense or knowledge of the moment has passed. Like it's like trying to help these French DD players. You know, the last couple of seasons. It's like when the call is made for you to go, you just go. The second you hesitate, it's over. It's done. It's over. You're dead. You just screwed it up. You just have to full commit to it. And if you're not going to full commit to it, you better just like survive somehow, like turn and run.
Yep. All right.
What the hell's the red team doing, huh?
I'm gonna have to fire off a commercial break right now.
We are in the game.
Yeah, I know. I have to manually fire it because of the 5-minute delay. I have to fire it off now because there wasn't enough time to let the timer thing just run it out. Anyway, so here we go with Game 4, everybody, of Rain versus MOYAI, and our best of 5 on Sleeping Giant. John the Ruthless still doesn't know how to spell Colbert, but he's getting closer with an R in the end, I guess. Ragnar. So he's heading towards the A-cap with Formazing Stalingrad in tow. That's a reload Stalingrad. Arturius in a Cerberus. Heading towards the middle is Gangbarang in the Ragnar with Intaro and the Daring to back him up. Heading towards the C-cap, we have the Sheep in the Kleber unique upgrade. Lucar in a Ragnar. Note, he's not using Jersey Mike. Interesting. And then we've got Stalingrad. That's Malamu in reload Stalingrad. And Rain taking only one battleship. That's Dastard. This time in a Conqueror.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. All right, what do we got to the south, Mr. Puddin'?
To the south, going to Apples, we have Megan Fox and Marceau.
Hmm.
Really hasn't changed that build up.
Mm-mm.
Stalingrad reload.
Hmm.
It's probably going to park somewhere between B and A. It looks like he's going to nose in towards Bacon, possibly.
Yep. Looks like
Don't
it.
know. We got a Marsilli and Conqueror heading to Apples. Both are using unique captains. Over at Donuts, we've got Aven, unique mod, St. Vincent, reload. 23's Ven is not unique mod, it's concealment. Words are difficult this early. Source Reload Club and World Spawn running the unique mod still.
Mm-hmm. These two work really well together. One Kleber unique, the other one with reload, and you can see the result of that. The sheep spotted for a moment, world spawn spotted for a moment. Neither team's support ready to go in and do something about spotting. As MOYAI Stalingrad is actually nosed into A. They've decided we're not going to worry about the B cap. We're just going to win at A, D, and C.
Both Stollies are nosed in towards Apple, so like you say, they're kind of committed there.
Early spot on Intaro, that would be the Stalingrad's radar, catching him at the extreme edge of the cap. This is something that players do. We don't notice, we never see all the practice involved, but they pre-site locations, so they will send somebody in the training room, park them on the extreme edge of the cap, and say, okay, tell me when I'm exactly 12 kilometers away from you, and they'll park that Stalingrad exactly in that position. Like, they will screenshot it. Okay, I need to be here. This is what I need to see exactly to my right. And they'll look at that screenshot, say, this is where I need to set up. Like, that's the level of play that we are not, that's level of practice that we are not seeing in these games.
With all that going on, they managed to get a couple of lucky decaps, forcing Antero to stay at Bacon a little bit longer than he's probably wanted to.
It slows him down, absolutely.
Of course, he's like, if you guys are going to shoot to my left, I'll just go to the right. Apples has still not been taken. I wonder, let's see. And I think they're keeping Four Amazing's radar for when Apples obviously gets touched.
Yep. Meanwhile, MOYAI now making this the push we've seen so many Bravo teams make, which is they go up the D side, the DC side.
Well, if this is the push side, 23 needs to turn his nose looking north, not towards the border. We're not doing a Taco Bell run.
23. Oh, Demo.
Yeah, Demo.
Well, you see, Demo right now, he's looking for shots on the Stalingrad with the sap. And he's probably also keeping an eye on Dastard to make sure that he doesn't get wrecked by Dastard. Let's get rid of the circle here. And we're going to follow the sap shells. You can see what they do to Stalingrad's deck armor. Pretty decent chunking there with the sap. The sap will pen the 50mm deck armor. So, in order to get those kinds of shots, though, he's got to go to near maximum range. That also prevents him from counter shots from the Stalingrad, Conquer, whatever else. So
while that was happening, John the Ruthless got Apples, popped his radar, and now shells are coming in on Megan Fox. Apparently, they hate the Transformer movies.
It's too bad, too. Meanwhile, something happened to Pisha. Look at Pisha running away now in the St. Vincent. Huh? He was looking really healthy a minute ago, and now less so. Much less so.
Well, I mean, everybody was shooting at him.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what happens when you have concentrated fire and everyone else goes, oh, you're moving forward? Yeah, hold on. We're still making the decision to do it.
Yeah, the committee is still making that determination, right? They're still doing their study. Now, Demo's got to be real careful here because he is going to be the next one caught out. He recognizes the threat, makes Inky. Now, I think this is a mistake to turn to the border like this. I think he would have been better suited to turn this direction because the border is going to hold him up for a bit and slow him down.
Actually, I think this is brilliant.
Why? Because
You know these guys know how to smoke shoot.
Uh-huh.
So why not use the border to give you some sort of advantage? Like, yes, it is going to slow you down, but it's... How hard is it to shoot something on the border when it's spotted? And now you're going to try to blind shoot something on the border?
Yeah, my bigger concern is he's going to come out, and because of the timing, if he gets spotted here, Malamu and Dastard might have a decent broadside shot on him. That's my biggest concern. The other way, he could be a little bit better angled accordingly, but now he's spotted. Let's see what happens. Enemy is about to win. Rain is less than 5 minutes away from victory right now.
Well,
Here comes Stalingrad Salvo.
MOYAI is getting apples as we watch Dynamo.
And Megan Fox got chewed up a bit. And Source might take some torpedoes here from Intaro's daring. Oh, brown alert there. But Philippus, though, is... This is what we call donating.
Well,
He's gonna...
I mean, like you say, donating / something has to happen, so... Oof, going broadside, that... Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Cerberus. But... Alright, that could have been a lot worse. I think part of the reason why he's able to do that is there's only one battleship on the side of Rain.
But, I mean, Rain still takes this because, you know, they've had 2 caps for so long.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes, though, so we need to see something happening in the middle or at sea to stop the point gain.
The only thing really low for Rain is what, the daring?
And Taro, yeah.
So, like, they still don't have an easy pick somewhere.
No, and Malamu in the Stalingrad is just reversed to a position where he can radar B. So we're going to have to see Source is going to have to go into B cap. There's really no choice to that. It's a question of where he enters the B cap. And he sees it, he knows it, and I think he's going to try to go in at the southern side here so that only Intaro will have a shot on him. Now, I say that as he makes a more direct approach. See what happens.
I mean, you're kind of running out of time of reversing in the caps. But, I mean, while that was going on, I really would have liked to seen the Conqueror start pushing up.
Dastard?
No, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, over on the one line. There's no reason for him to be hiding behind the island right now. There's the radar. We knew that was coming. And Source is in a position where he just has to hold for 30 seconds. Take a look at the timer. He could also, like, move out of the cap. Dodgy, and then come back into the cap. That's another possible option. So he's gonna go out of the cap. He's gonna try to weather the storm that is this radar. I don't like this decision. I think he's far better suited to just go and come back. Actually,
I think
no.
what he
Now that he gets out of...
do...
Yeah, he's forced to stay in there.
What I really think he should be doing is taking it more towards the 6 line by the island, so the Ragnar don't have shots. Just weather from Daring and Stalin.
Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. Now he's going to back up again. There he goes. He's going to get into B cap. Now, there's no way for them to spot Source right now other than Gang's radar, which is just outside of range. So Gang's going to have to move up, or Lucar, one of the two of them. Meanwhile, they are currently focusing on Philippus's Stalingrad. All right, Intaro detects Source. Now, is Source going to yeet himself forward? If he does, he'll yeet himself into torpedoes and die. He stops just at the nick of time. He knows he's got to stay on the cap. That's the thing. He's got to sit on this cap. Even then, it's not enough anymore. Look at the timer. Not enough anymore. They need a kill on top of this. This is not going to work out well for MOYAI.
I hate to say it, you got to get Source out of there and get the Venezia in there.
Well, and like Emity. Now he's hiding behind this rock. He was on this side earlier. What are you doing? Just go.
Yeah, I really think they should have brought him up to start getting shots on 4 Amazing. To get 4 Amazing to be focusing on something else.
Now, Furinas is going to try to go into the B cap. The problem is, of course, by now, Stalingrad radar is almost ready to go. That's going to buy them a little bit of time. Okay, that bought them 30 seconds. What are you going to do with your 30 seconds, MOYAI? What are you going to do with your 30 seconds?
They're thinking about it. The committee's out.
Got it.
I mean, they still don't... Like, Rain just literally has to do nothing.
Yeah.
And, like, oh my god. And now the Conqueror's going north. Like, it looks like they're clearly going for the Stalingrad and with 12 seconds, but they're going to lose a Marsilli. That's
Numbers goes down, and that will be the match. So I look for a death pick.
That will be the series?
That's going to be the series. You got it. Rain will win this 3-1. Let me set them as the winner. Do all the things. Congratulations.
Well played by Rain.
Well played
I think
indeed.
I think the fatal flaw was MOYAI not even doing anything about Bacon.
Mm-hmm. They sat way too long. I mean, only one ship died this entire game. This entire game, one ship died. And that's it.
I think the other mistake was